billion people, if all of them get educated, if all of them get empowered with technology, if all of them become very industrious and enterprising, I think the planet just has about 15 to 20 years left. Fortunately, 50% of them are lazy. So it's not human intelligence which is saving the planet. It is not human sense which is saving the planet. It's not human love or compassion saving the planet. It's human lethargy which is saving the planet, which is a wrong way to handle our life.
I wanted to pick up one of the strands that Professor Ramcharan was talking about, the issue of today's generation being into multitasking, their ability to handle information. But we also increasingly become a society which is faced with the problem of information overload. The point that Professor Ramcharan was making about breaking through the fog. Do you believe that we need to start creating space for more careful deliberation, because insights don't come otherwise? It doesn't come instantaneously. It requires patience, it requires hard work. And as a society, are we losing our ability to reflect and carefully deliberate solutions?
I think in terms of reflection, I think we've gone down seriously because there is an overload of information, because so much is available like never before. People, you just ask anybody, they know what the Hubble telescope is showing, what is happening here, what is happening there. Too much of information. I don't think there's enough reflection within the younger generation. And when you are just loaded with information and there is no necessary assimilation and reflection, you just lot of information. One thing that will happen to you is your attention span will go, which is an attention span deficiency is being seen as a qualification today, which is a serious mistake we're making. Because maybe you can play with gadgets, maybe you can do things, but serious developments in science and truly innovative things, path-breaking things will happen only when we are capable of paying constant attention to something. I'm not saying this is a generalized thing. This is never a generalized thing. But if you're talking about a trend, the trend is there is an overload of information and very little assimilation and reflection. You see a huge volume of success all over the place, very young people building companies and just bursting out like that. I think that is a technological feature. The last generation is not that they were less smarter, it is just that these tools were not available. It is just that technology has created so many pathways and so many possibilities. But I feel, this is my opinion, but there is a reality attached to it. It's very important that now we are so hugely empowered. What 10,000 men could do, one man can do today. When such a phenomenal capability has come to us, how we exercise it is very, very important. If there is an ant, whichever way it walks upon you, walks down of you, there is no problem. But once you become an elephant, where you put your foot is an important thing, otherwise destruction will happen. So, the most distressing thing is our longing to grow, our longing to develop, our longing to be successful is the most destructive process right now. In 2008, when I was at Davos, it just then the economic engineers for carrying long faces, they were all looking very down. So they asked me to handle a session which was titled as Recession and Depression. I said, recession is bad enough, economic recession is bad enough, you don't need mental depression on top of it. So, one reality is, so I was just talking to them and I said, see, right now the way you have structured the economic engine on the planet, what drives the economy, is such that If you fail, if you do not succeed, you will be depressed. If you succeed, we will all be damned. Yes, because right now, 7.2 billion, if all of them get empowered with technology, if all of them become very industrious and enterprising, I think the planet just has about 15 to 20 years left. Fortunately, 50% of them are lazy. So it's not human intelligence which is saving the planet. It is not human sense which is saving the planet. It's not human love or compassion saving the planet. It's human lethargy which is saving the planet, which is a wrong way to handle our life. If lethargy is a quality, if being lethargic is a great quality and a virtue, I think it's a wrong place to be. Being active, being alive is important. But right now, somewhere it's the lethargic in the world who are saving the planet. So somewhere, the new enterprise needs to think, if you're talking about sustainable growth, sustainable levels of success, you cannot have sustainable growth and sustainable success if you don't have a sustainable planet. According to the Living Earth statistics, it says right now the aspiration generally, whether we admit it or not, the general aspiration is the whole world wants to live like United States of America. How an average citizen in United States, how they're living, if the whole world has to live like that, they're saying we need 4.5 planets, but we have only one. We have identified another one which is a few million light years away. I don't know if you're planning to go there, if somebody is that enterprising. But right now we have only one and we need 4.5 if we succeed. So somewhere we should pray for failure, which is not a good thing. So we have to redefine what is enterprise, we have to redefine what is success, we have to redefine what's moving forward. If we call moving backward as moving forward, we are asking for trouble. So, yes, we want everybody to succeed, but it is also important because we are hugely empowered like never before. No other generation was as empowered as we are today. We have to redefine what is success. Otherwise, we will pay a very heavy price if we succeed.